a busy day, a number of layers here to the story involving Cam Newton. There's some new developments that you can share with us, Joe. What do you have?
Yeah, Scott, the new developments include allegations of two specific things that Auburn quarterback Cam Newton and his father Cecil Newton allegedly said in phone conversations with two people who were recruiting on behalf of Mississippi State during the recruiting process. And those phone conversations were relayed to the Southeastern Conference going back to January. Now, one thing that was allegedly said, well, that was a conversation, Scott, with Cecil Newton, and he told a person recruiting his son, allegedly, that it would, quote, take more than a scholarship to bring Cam Newton to Mississippi State, a request that the school said it would not meet. Again, turning that information over to the SEC. The second separate conversation allegedly took place with Cam Newton himself, and this took place after Cam changed his commitment from Mississippi State to Auburn. And allegedly, Cam Newton told a separate Mississippi State recruiter that he regretted that he wouldn't be coming to Mississippi State, that he wanted to come to Mississippi State, but that his father Cecil had made the decision for him that he would be going to Auburn because, quote, the money was too much. So the implication here, Scott, obviously, that money may be connected, allegedly, to his recruitment to Auburn.
Okay, so allegedly, the father says it's going to take more than a scholarship. Cam allegedly says that the money was too much. And the SEC had this information as far back as January. If that's the case, then where are things involving an investigation from either the SEC and or the NCAA?
Well, between then and recently, there was more information that came to light. And the NCAA doesn't investigate rumors, which there were many rumors dating back to January. So it is only recently that the NCAA has moved forward, stepped on the gas pedal in its investigation, requested financial documents from Cecil Newton related to his bank accounts and bank accounts related to his church. Clearly, in the end here, what will matter most is not what Cam Newton is alleged to have said, not what Cecil Newton is alleged to have said, but what, if any, proof is uncovered about extra benefits. Did Cam Newton or his father receive extra benefits?
All right, there's another layer to this story, which I'll get to momentarily, that came out regarding alleged academic impropriety while at Florida. There was an alleged a story that came out, a Mississippi State quarterback in the past alleges that an intermediary said that he was trying to broker a deal, but that looked more at somebody talking from the Mississippi State side. This is the first time we've had anything that would appear to point any fingers directly at Auburn. Are they risking anything at all by continuing to play a player who they continue to maintain steadfastly so that is academically and athletically eligible?
They are. They're risking everything, and they know that. And publicly, the Auburn athletic director, the Auburn coach, everyone at the university is saying that they don't have reason to believe at this time that Cam Newton is not an eligible player. He is, of course, currently an eligible player. The fear here is that he could potentially, depending on what's revealed, be ruled an ineligible player.
And there's been so much talk about how this might affect, before this evening's layer to this came out, how this might impact Newton's Heisman campaign, perceived to be the front runner. He's had a transcendent year. As we saw with Reggie Bush in the past, any smoke or fire that existed did not come back to essentially burn USC till many years later. So is there anything for Auburn to fear in the short term as all of these stories continue to swirl?
I agree with you. It's very unlikely that this investigation will be concluded before I fill out my Heisman Trophy vote or before any of us understand who's going to play for the national championship. So there's a lot on the line, but what can Auburn really do except stand behind Cam Newton at this time?
Last follow-up question here. You have a Heisman ballot. Does all of this, whether there's anything to this or not, does it impact your perception of how you fill out your vote?
A part of the mission statement of the Heisman Trophy is the word integrity, and myself and other voters will have to make a conclusion, admittedly likely without a conclusion, to the NCAA case as to how impactful this allegation and the allegations of things that occurred at Florida, what impact that will have on whether or not Cam Newton receives our vote. Honestly, right now, I'm not sure.
Okay, so to be determined.
Right now, I would lean towards voting for Cam Newton.
Okay.
But we have another month to find out.
Continues to come fast and furious. Joe Schad, thanks for the very latest.
Thanks, Kevin.